infusion. This is for a racing wheel cover. Let's see, I've got our resin there. Just doing a little degassing before we shoot the infusion. This is going to be my feed line. That goes into one side. The resin's going to flow across the part, like so. This is our vacuum manifold side. I am going to turn the vacuum on, so it's going to be a little bit noisy, but we'll see what happens here, right? Get the camera set up. Ah, sorry. We're trying here. There we go. That's a pretty good view of the action that's about to come. You guys got a good view of the resin flow here. Typically, I like to elevate my vacuum manifold side just a little bit, so I'm going to use a plastic wedge, real easy. Doesn't need to be a lot, just a little bit is fine. This should probably be about a, I don't know, 5 to 8 minute infusion. Shouldn't take too long. Let's see if I can get the cup in there a little bit better. Maybe you can watch the resin level drop down. So let me hit the vacuum pump and give this baby a go, huh? Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we got no issues. Hopefully we got no leaks. The vacuum seal around the outside perimeter there, I've had this doing a drop down test for about 25 minutes and I haven't lost any vacuum. So that's very crucial when you're doing an infusion. Do a good drop down test. Let's see here. All right, vacuum pump is on. You guys can hear that running. I apologize, I don't have an ultra quiet vacuum. Eventually maybe I'll get one, but this one is functional. So okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my feed line a little bit there. Now it's opened up. Now I'm going to shoot the infusion. Cross fingers, there's no turning back now. All we can do is let her run. All right, we are off to the races. Oh, this is going quick. Going a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to go. That's okay though. As the resin flows across the part, initially there's a very big difference of pressure from the atmosphere to the vacuum manifold side. So it's going to go faster initially. You can see where the flow media is there. That's where the resin stops. Yeah, we're cooking across really fast right now. That's all right. So what's going to happen is it's going to hit the end of the flow media here. And there's a little extra carbon underneath the peel ply. So it's going to basically like try to force its way through that. And I've got a resin break here between the carbon fiber and the actual vacuum manifold. Boom. So there, now the resin's going to hit that wall from where the flow media is. And it's going to take a really, really hard push to get it through the rest of the carbon fiber, get it through that flow media and through the peel ply. But this is looking really good so far. You can see that there's a little bit of resin left in the cup. You got to keep an eye on that. Last thing you want to do is run out of resin in your cup. That would be a catastrophic failure. Catching air bubbles in there. That would be a bad thing to do. So this is looking pretty pro. That means that tomorrow we are going to do a live pop out. Check the results once everything's all cured up. But this looks pretty darn good so far. You can see it kind of creeping there. So there's the edge of our carbon. I am making a racing wheel disc cover is what we're making here. So it's called a resin infusion. Means that the part is under vacuum right now. And basically we take resin and we push the resin through a hose and it flows across the part nice and smooth. And then tomorrow, once this is all cured out, we will take the vacuum bag off, pop the part out, and see what we get. So, race car parts. If you are in the Utah area, the first week of September, there is a race out on the Bonneville Salt Flats that we will be attending. called World of Speed. So there will be some cars going 200 miles an hour, 300 miles an hour, maybe 400 miles an hour. We'll see who shows up, but for sure 200 and 300 miles an hour. It's a pretty good time. So for the most part, this resin infusion is complete. Now what's happening is the resin is still trying to force its way into that vacuum manifold. And so this green stuff is what's called a peel ply. It will release all my vacuum bag components from the carbon fiber. And the peel ply basically is the thinnest, most difficult thing for resin to flow through. So it's really, really trying. There's a lot of pressure on the back side of the part that's basically trying to equalize is what the idea is. So this is looking pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with it. Really happy with it so far. There's just a little bit of resin trying to work its way right through some of these vacuum manifold pleats there. It's trying. It's trying hard. But yeah, that is looking pretty darn fantastic. Pretty textbook resin infusion. And again, we've got our vacuum resin feed side on that one. Got our vacuum manifold on this one. That's about all there is to it. So unfortunately, this is a pretty quick live video. There's not a whole lot of action anymore. Now we're just kind of watching the part fill up a little bit. This resin's probably going to end up eventually flowing to that vacuum manifold. It's going to be really, really, really close to doing that. Depends on how long the resin's open, whether or not it actually gets there or not, but that's okay. Because the part is very, very, very wet out, so that's the most important thing. It's looking pretty fantastic. You can see there's just a little bit of resin actually in that breather cloth there. Again, a lot of people think that when you're doing resin infusion, it's a sucking force where the vacuum is actually sucking resin through. And that's not actually the case. It's actually a hydraulic force. So resin is actually pushing from our cup. Atmospheric pressure is pushing down on the resin, pushing the resin up the hose, and pushing the resin across the flow part. So, little trick of the trade there. When it comes to physics, the concepts behind. Yeah, we're getting there. Pretty awesome. So yeah, that's about all my live is going to do. I'm not going to keep you guys any longer than you need to stay here. The resin infusion is pretty much done. I'm just going to let the vacuum pump stay on for about another half hour, make sure everything is good. And then once the resin is cured out, we'll shut the vacuum down, and tomorrow we pop it out. We'll see what we get. So stay tuned. Greyduck Customs, over and out. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend.